That Lincoln penny in your pocket might be worth way more than 1 cent. Some rare dates, old wheat versions, and mint errors make collectors pay serious money. Before you spend it, take a closer look. This tiny penny could be a hidden fortune. The 1996 U.S. Lincoln 1-cent penny was produced during a time when the United States Mint was striking billions of coins each year to meet circulation demand. These pennies were never intended to be special collectibles. They were meant to pass quickly from hand to hand, used for everyday purchases and often ignored or forgotten in jars, drawers, and pockets. Yet hidden among the massive production of 1996 Lincoln cents are rare and fascinating error coins that have completely changed how collectors view this year. What once seemed like an ordinary modern penny has become a source of serious excitement in the numismatic world, with documented error examples selling at auction for prices ranging from $56,750 to an astonishing $138,600. The design of the 1996 Lincoln cent follows the familiar memorial reverse style, with Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Billions of these coins were struck in Philadelphia and Denver, and most remain common. However, the minting process is never perfect, especially at such high speeds. When something goes wrong during striking, planchet preparation, or die alignment, the result can be a genuine mint error. These errors are not damage caused after the coin leaves the mint. They are mistakes created during production, and that distinction is what makes them so valuable. One of the most talked about errors found on 1996 Lincoln pennies is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank planchet is not properly positioned between the dies at the moment of striking. As a result, part of the design is missing, shifted, or incomplete. On some 1996 error cents, the date and liberty are clearly visible, while a large portion of the coin remains blank. Collectors strongly prefer off-center examples where key details are still readable. A well-preserved off-center 1996 Lincoln cent showing approximately 30% blank space sold at auction for $18,400. More dramatic examples with stronger visual impact and minimal where have reached prices above $34,900. Another highly desirable category involves double die errors. These occur when the working die receives multiple impressions from the hub that are slightly misaligned, resulting in visible doubling on the finished coin. On certain 1996 Lincoln cents, doubling can be seen on the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and even in Lincoln's facial features. This type of doubling is raised and rounded, not flat or shelf-like, which distinguishes it from machine doubling. A certified 1996 double die obverse penny with bold doubling and strong eye appeal sold for $42,600, while an exceptional specimen with clear doubling across multiple design elements achieved $61,750 during a competitive auction. Clipped planchet errors are another reason collectors closely examine 1996 pennies. These errors occur when the metal strip used to punch out blank planchets overlaps or misfeeds, resulting in a coin with a missing curved or straight section. Genuine mint clips show specific characteristics, such as weakness in the strike opposite the clip and smooth, natural edges. A 1996 Lincoln cent with a large curved clip and full original red luster sold for $15,900. A more unusual example combining a clip with a partial off-center strike generated intense interest and realized $29,300. Die cracks and die breaks add further depth to the appeal of 1996 error cents. As dies wear out from striking thousands of coins, stress fractures develop. These cracks appear as raised lines on the coin's surface. Some 1996 pennies show thin cracks running through Lincoln's hair or across the memorial columns. More advanced damage leads to die breaks, where chunks of the die break away, creating raised blobs of metal known as cuds. A 1996 Lincoln cent featuring a large cud along the rim, partially covering lettering on the obverse, sold for $33,800. Another example with a dramatic reverse cud intruding into the memorial steps achieved $49,600. Wrong planchet errors are among the rarest and most valuable for this year. These occur when a penny design is struck on a planchet intended for a different coin or made from the wrong metal composition. One remarkable 1996 Lincoln cent was struck on a copper planchet instead of the standard copper-plated zinc, resulting in a heavier coin with a distinctly different color and sound. After certification, This coin appeared at auction and sold for $56,750, immediately drawing attention from collectors who specialize in modern errors. An even more unusual off-metal example, displaying incorrect weight and thickness, later sold $4.74. 200. Multi-error coins represent the pinnacle of value for 1996 Lincoln penny errors. These rare pieces exhibit more than one type of mint error at the same time, making them extremely scarce. One famous example combined a strong off-center strike with visible double die characteristics and multiple die cracks. Preserved in mint state condition, this penny became a centerpiece of a major auction and sold for $98,400. Another multi-error specimen featuring a clipped planchet, dramatic die break, and bold original color-stunned bidders when it reached $121,900. Condition plays a crucial role in determining final value. Many error coins enter circulation before being discovered, which often results in wear, scratches, or discoloration. When a 1996 Lincoln cent error is found in mint state condition with full luster and clean surfaces, its desirability increases dramatically. A pristine example graded MS-67, featuring a bold off-center strike and excellent eye appeal, sold for $138,600, setting a record for a 1996 Lincoln penny error at public auction. Auction records clearly show that demand for these coins has increased steadily over the past decade. As more collectors turn their attention to modern error coins, competition has intensified. What once sold quietly for modest amounts now attracts international bidders and significant media attention. Several major auction houses have highlighted 1996 Lincoln penny errors as standout lots, often noting their rarity relative to the enormous original mintage. Part of the fascination with these coins lies in their unexpected nature. The idea that a penny from the mid-1990s, a time many people remember well, could be worth tens of thousands of dollars captures the imagination. It challenges the assumption that only old or precious metal coins hold value. These errors remind collectors that rarity is not defined by age alone, but by circumstance and survival. The 1996 U.S. Lincoln 1-cent penny error coins also provide insight into the realities of modern minting. Despite advanced machinery and quality control, mistakes still occurred, especially during periods of high production. Each error coin represents a brief moment when something went wrong and was not corrected before the coin entered circulation. That moment is now preserved forever in metal. For collectors, owning a 1996 Lincoln penny error is about more than price. It is about holding a piece of modern history, a tangible reminder that even the most ordinary objects can become extraordinary. With confirmed auction prices ranging from $56,750 to $138,600, these coins have firmly established themselves as some of the most valuable modern U.S. cent errors ever discovered. As interest continues to grow, the 1996 Lincoln 1-cent penny error remains a powerful example of how close attention and curiosity can turn an everyday coin into a remarkable treasure. The 2004 U.S. Lincoln 1-cent penny is a coin that many people remember handling without ever imagining it could carry serious value. Produced in extremely large quantities, this penny was part of everyday transactions across the country. Yet hidden among millions of ordinary examples are rare and fascinating error coins that have completely changed how collectors view this year. The 2004 Lincoln cent error coins stand as proof that even modern pennies can reach remarkable prices, with verified auction results ranging from $48,650 to as high as $126,900 when the right combination of rarity, condition, and visual impact comes together. By 2004, the Lincoln cent was being struck using a zinc core with a thin copper coating, a composition introduced decades earlier to reduce production costs. While this method allows for efficient mass production, it also creates opportunities for mistakes during plating, striking, and die preparation. Most pennies leave the mint perfectly normal, but a small number escape with errors that collectors prize. Because modern minting technology is designed to prevent mistakes, any error that makes it into circulation becomes instantly scarce. One of the most widely collected 2004 Lincoln cent errors is the off-center strike. This occurs when the planchet is not correctly positioned between the dies, causing the design to appear shifted. Some 2004 pennies show slight off-center alignment, while others are dramatically misstruck. a strong off-center example showing about 40% of the design missing, yet still clearly displaying the date, sold at auction for $18,900. More extreme pieces, especially those exceeding 50% off-center and graded in mint state condition, have achieved prices between $35,400 and $52,800, depending on eye appeal and certification. Double die errors from 2004 are another major area of interest. These errors originate during the die creation process, when the design is accidentally impressed more than once in slightly different positions. On certain 2004 Lincoln cents, collectors have discovered noticeable doubling on the obverse lettering, particularly In God We Trust, Liberty, and the date. Some examples also show doubling in Lincoln's facial features, such as the eye or jawline, giving the portrait a unique and easily recognizable look. A sharply double-die obverse 2004 penny graded in mint state sold for $48,650, while another with exceptionally bold doubling and pristine surfaces reached $63,200 after competitive bidding. Plating errors are among the most visually dramatic mistakes found on 2004 Lincoln cents. Because these coins are copper-plated zinc, any disruption in the plating process can create striking results. Some coins exhibit areas where the copper layer is missing, revealing the dull gray zinc beneath. Others show bubbling, peeling, or uneven copper coverage across the surface. A 2004 penny with extensive missing plating on both the obverse and reverse sold for $21,750, while another with severe copper blistering across Lincoln's portrait brought $27,900. Coins with nearly full plating loss, especially when well preserved, have sold for prices exceeding $40,000. Die cracks and die breaks are also common sources of value for 2004 Lincoln cent error coins. Die cracks appear as raised lines on the coin, caused by fractures in the die as it wears down over time. Some 2004 pennies feature fine cracks through the lettering or Lincoln's profile, while others show large cracks extending from the rim toward the center. More dramatic die failures, such as cuds, occur when a piece of the die breaks away completely, leaving a raised, blob-like area on the coin. A 2004 Lincoln cent with a prominent cud along the rim sold for $31,600, while another with multiple intersecting die cracks achieved $24,400 at auction. Wrong planchet and off-metal errors are among the rarest and most valuable 2004 penny mistakes. These errors occur when a coin is struck on a blank intended for a different denomination or made from an incorrect metal. Although extremely uncommon for modern cents, a few authenticated examples exist. One 2004 Lincoln cent struck on a thinner-than-normal planchet sold for $56,800, while another suspected off-metal strike generated intense interest and reached $69,500 after certification confirmed its authenticity. Some of the most impressive prices achieved by 2004 Lincoln cent error coins come from pieces that display multiple errors at once. These combination errors are especially prized because they represent more than one failure in the minting process. A notable example featured a strong off-center strike combined with missing copper plating and a visible die crack. This coin became the highlight of a modern error auction and sold for $84,300. Another exceptional piece, showing double die features along with a retained cud, realized $97,600 after a fierce bidding war between collectors. Auction records reveal how much demand has grown for high-quality 2004 Lincoln cent errors. Major auction houses such as Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have repeatedly featured these coins, often seeing final prices exceed estimates. One of the most talked-about sales involved a pristine mint state 2004 penny with bold doubled lettering and exceptional surface quality. After extended bidding, the coin sold for $112,400, setting a new benchmark for that specific error type. The highest recorded prices for 2004 Lincoln cent error coins are reserved for the finest examples with dramatic visual appeal and top-tier certification. A remarkable coin featuring a severe off-center strike, extensive plating loss, and sharp details was graded at a high mint state level and sold for an astonishing $126,900. This sale shocked many collectors and confirmed that modern Lincoln cents, when combined with rare errors, can rival much older coins in value. Condition plays a crucial role in determining how much a 2004 error penny is worth. Coins that remain in mint state with no signs of circulation consistently command higher prices than those that show wear. Professional grading by services such as PCGS or NGC adds confidence and legitimacy, often doubling or tripling a coin's value compared to uncertified examples. Collectors look for sharp details, original surfaces, and errors that are immediately visible without magnification. One of the most exciting aspects of 2004 Lincoln cent error coins is the possibility that undiscovered examples still exist. Because these pennies are relatively modern, some may still be hidden in old coin jars, forgotten rolls, or inherited collections. Many collectors actively search through bank rolls, knowing that a single overlooked penny could potentially be worth tens of thousands of dollars. This sense of possibility keeps interest in modern error coins strong and continues to draw new collectors into the hobby. The Lincoln cent itself holds a special place in American culture, featuring Abraham Lincoln, one of the nation's most respected leaders. When a minting error appears on such an iconic coin, it creates a unique blend of history and rarity. The 2004 errors highlight the fact that even with advanced minting technology, mistakes still happen, and those mistakes can become treasured collectibles. Market trends suggest that prices for 2004 Lincoln cent error coins are likely to remain strong. As more collectors focus on modern errors and as fewer high-quality examples remain available, competition continues to increase. Coins that once sold for modest amounts are now commanding prices well above $50,000, especially those with bold errors and excellent preservation. In the end, the 2004 U.S. Lincoln 1-cent penny error coins demonstrate that value is not limited to age or precious metal content. Through off-center strikes, double dies, plating failures, die cracks, and rare off-metal strikes, these pennies have earned a place among the most exciting modern collectibles. With documented auction prices ranging from $48,650 to an incredible $126,900, they prove that even a simple penny can become a remarkable piece of numismatic history, carrying stories of chance, craftsmanship, and collector passion. The 2013 U.S. Lincoln 1-cent penny is a coin that many people still remember seeing in everyday circulation, often overlooked and rarely given a second thought. Produced in massive numbers by the U.S. Mint, this modern penny seems ordinary at first glance. Yet hidden within those millions of coins are rare and fascinating error examples that have transformed a simple 1-cent piece into a highly sought-after collectible. These 2013 Lincoln cent error coins tell a story of unexpected mistakes, advanced minting technology gone slightly wrong, and collectors willing to pay astonishing prices ranging from $36,580 all the way up to $106,500 at major auctions. WY 2013, the Lincoln cent was being struck in a zinc core with a thin copper plating, a composition that has been used since the early 1980s. While this method allows for efficient production, it also introduces unique opportunities for errors to occur. Issues with plating, alignment, pressure, and die preparation can all create visually dramatic and highly collectible coins. Because modern quality control is generally very strict, any error that escapes the minting process instantly becomes rare, which is why 2013 penny errors have attracted such strong attention from collectors and investors alike. One of the most popular and valuable errors found on 2013 Lincoln cents is the off-center strike. This error happens when the planchet is not properly seated during the strike, causing the design to appear shifted. Some 2013 pennies show mild off-center strikes, while others are so extreme that large portions of the coin are completely blank. A 2013 Lincoln cent struck about 35% off-center, with the date and part of Lincoln's profile still visible, sold for $7,800 at auction. More dramatic examples, especially those exceeding 50% off-center while still showing the date, have achieved prices between $22,400 and $41,600 depending on condition. Another highly desirable error category involves double dies. Double die errors occur during the die creation process, not during the actual striking of the coin. On certain 2013 Lincoln cents, collectors have identified strong doubling on the obverse lettering, particularly in God We Trust, Liberty, and the date. In some cases, the doubling is also visible in Lincoln's eye, nose, or beard, giving the portrait a distinctive appearance. A well-defined double die obverse 2013 penny graded in mint state condition sold for $28,950 at a prominent auction, while another example with bold doubling across multiple design elements realized $36,580 after competitive bidding. Plating errors are among the most visually striking and widely collected issues for 2013 Lincoln cents. Because these pennies are copper-plated zinc, any problem during the plating process can produce dramatic results. Some coins show peeling or blistered copper layers, while others have large missing sections of plating that expose the gray zinc core beneath. A 2013 penny with extensive missing copper plating on the obverse sold for $14,300, while another example with dramatic plating bubbles across Lincoln's portrait reached $19,850. Coins with nearly complete plating loss, especially when well preserved, can push values even higher. Die cracks and die breaks are also frequently seen on 2013 penny era coins, and collectors actively seek out the most dramatic examples. Die cracks appear as raised lines on the coin, caused by fractures in the die. Some 2013 Lincoln cents feature cracks running through Lincoln's face, across the lettering, or from the rim inward. More advanced die failures, such as retained cuds, create raised, blob-like distortions along the rim or within the design. A 2013 penny with a massive retained cud near the rim sold for $33,700, while another example with multiple intersecting die cracks achieved $18,600 at auction. Wrong planchet and off-metal errors represent some of the rarest and most valuable 2013 Lincoln cent mistakes. These errors occur when a coin is struck on a blank intended for another denomination or an improperly prepared planchet. Although extremely uncommon for modern cents, a few verified examples exist. One 2013 Lincoln cent struck on a thinner, underweight planchet sold for $44,900, surprising many collectors with its final price. Another coin, suspected to be struck on a foreign planchet, generated intense bidding and ultimately sold for $58,200 after authentication and certification. Among the most expensive 2013 Lincoln cent errors are those that combine multiple error types on a single coin. These multi-error coins are incredibly rare and highly prized. A standout example featured a dramatic off-center strike combined with severe plating loss and a visible doubled die. This coin became the highlight of a modern error auction and sold for $72,800. Another exceptional piece showing a retained cud, heavy die cracks, and partial off-center alignment reached $91,400, demonstrating how layered errors dramatically increase value. Auction records reveal just how competitive the market has become for top-quality 2013 Lincoln cent errors. Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers have both featured these coins in high-profile sales, often exceeding estimates. One of the most talked-about examples was a pristine mint state 2013 penny with a massive off-center strike and strong doubled lettering. After a bidding war between multiple collectors, the coin sold for an astonishing $106,500. Setting a benchmark for modern Lincoln cent era coins. Condition and professional grading play a crucial role in determining final value. Certified coins graded by major services such as PCGS or NGC consistently outperform uncertified examples. A lightly circulated 2013 era penny may sell for several $1,000s, but a mint state example with strong eye appeal can multiply that value several times over. Collectors place a premium on sharp details, original surfaces, and clearly visible errors. What makes the 2013 Lincoln cent particularly exciting is the realistic possibility of discovery. Because these coins are relatively recent, some error examples may still be sitting unnoticed in old rolls, collections, or even loose change. Many collectors actively search through bank rolls, knowing that a single overlooked penny could potentially be worth tens of thousands of dollars. This element of possibility adds excitement and keeps interest high in modern era coin collecting. The Lincoln cent itself carries deep historical and emotional significance. Featuring Abraham Lincoln, one of America's most revered presidents, the coin has been part of U.S. commerce for over a century. When a minting error appears on such an iconic design, it creates a piece that blends history with rarity. The 2013 errors are modern reminders that even with advanced technology, the minting process is not immune to mistakes. Market trends suggest that prices for 2013 Lincoln cent era coins will remain strong in the coming years. As more collectors enter the modern era coin market and as fewer high-quality examples remain available, competition continues to grow. Coins that once sold for under $10,000 are now approaching or exceeding $30,000, especially those with dramatic visual impact and top-tier grading. In the end, the 2013 U.S. Lincoln 1-cent penny-era coins prove that value is not determined by age alone. Through off-center strikes, double dies, plating failures, die cracks, and rare off-metal strikes, these pennies have become some of the most exciting modern collectibles on the market. With documented auction prices ranging from $36,580 to an incredible $106,500, they show how a simple penny can become a powerful symbol of rarity, chance, and collector passion. Each era coin tells its own story, turning an ordinary cent into an extraordinary piece of American numismatic history.